Well, hello, and welcome back. Thanks for being here. My name is Gavin. The unkempt, long-haired... Hey, listen, those of you who have grown your hair from very short to long, is there any hope for me? Am I going to make it through this? I'm dying. I look like some kind of feckless rail-riding indigent. I've had enough. I was sitting in court. I was reporting on some hearings today, and it was just driving me crazy. So hopefully there's hope that eventually I won't look like an unloved, discarded husband. Oh my goodness, I'm dying. Oh, what am I talking about? Let's get into what we're talking about, Gavin. Come on. Me. You. Don't do that. Guys, have I already said welcome? Welcome. On this channel, we like to cut through fluff. The intro notwithstanding, we like to cut through sensationalism. We want to get straight into the nitty-gritty of crime, and that's what we're doing tonight. We're getting back in. We're continuing our slog through the series of calls that were released from Stephan Stearns to his parents from the Osceola County Jail. This, of course, is the case of Madeline Soto, who was murdered, police say, by Stephan Stearns, her mother's on-again, off-again boyfriend. He was also charged with her SA, it's really SB, over the course of about 5 years, from the time that she was 8 till the time of her death at the tender age of just 13 years old. I should tell you guys, I put it in a goal tonight. You guys that are supporting me with super chats and super stickers, thank you so much. 2 out of the last 3 videos that I've done have been demonetized, which is okay. It's fine, but it makes me even more grateful for those of you who can find it in your heart to support me monetarily. I deeply appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, that's all I'll say about it. Tonight we're going to jump into 2 calls. Last night, our second call was just a few minutes before this. It was on June 7th. There are 2 more calls that Mr. Stearns made to his parents on June 7th. They continue in the same vein. He does not want to give details because he knows he's being recorded. He's claiming that he has found God. He's claiming that he walked into a room and found Madeline dead, that he had nothing to do with it. His dad, Chris Stearns, has been calling BS on him quite a bit. His mom, Deb Stearns, which the only picture I have right here that's handy is this one, which is many, many years old. She seems to be way more... gracious toward her son, enabling toward her son, maybe. Now, giving them the benefit of the doubt, which I like to do, these are recordings that happened back in June of 2024. When they got on with Hidden True Crime here on YouTube, they were kind of singing a different song, right? Humming a different tune. So I am going to extend them a little bit of grace, but I do think that, they're well, at least Deb is being awfully enabling in these calls. But, we've talked about this quite a bit. Now, before we start playing them, I do want to let you know that I think one of the reasons that I've been demonetized is we've been saying the term that YouTube hates, the DP term. I have been saying it. They have been saying it in the recording. I'm going to try really hard not to say it. I want to let you know that I did redact them saying that in the first... I redacted a couple times in the first recording that we're going to listen to. I didn't listen to the whole thing. I want to be able to listen to it for the first time with you. But what I did is I had AI transcribe it. I looked through the transcription for anything that might be against YouTube policies, and I've edited that out. But I'll point those redactions out when we get to them. Okay? Let's see. Remember to put GF in your comment if you want me to see it. I do see that we have so many Very, very generous supporters here. Bree, thank you very much. And yes, justice for Maddie. Got a super sticker from Georgia. Georgia, thank you very much. We have got a super sticker from Janice. Janice, thank you very much. Really deeply appreciate you guys. All right, here we go. I better put on my headphones so that it doesn't echo. And okay, with that, off we go. Did I already? Yeah, I did. Okay, we're good. Here we go. I'll bring you over here.
The time is...
Let me skip ahead till about 1:50, 1:45.
Again? I'm not sure if it's his phone.
There we go.
You may begin speaking.
Wait. Hello again?
Remember, it's just been a few minutes since the last time they spoke.
Not sure if it's his phone number or the system, but, I'm picking it up on the second ring and it disconnects.
Interesting. Yeah, it's probably the system. Yeah. They're janky.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got, as of the beginning of this call, I've got like $13 left in the debit account for calls and like $2 left in my commissary.
Money, please.
So,
okay.
What was I saying before? Yes, patience and faith.
He is John Ralphio Saperstein. That's the reference that we figured out last night. Money, please. I only have this. Money, please. Crazy.
Okay. Yeah. Keep repeating that mantra to myself every day. Patience and faith. Patience and faith. No matter what, patience and faith. God will see me through.
Thanks, Cindy.
Did you get glasses?
No. I'm still not 100% convinced that I actually need them. The times that I was squinting down at the paper, I had just woken up from a nap or I had not slept that night. So it was probably just my eyes had not gotten going or were just strained and bleary. Because, I'm reading books now, and, the distance I'm reading them at, I can see the text fine. So I'm going to hold off on the glasses for the time being.
All right.
Romans is all about God's forgiveness for these, so read Romans.
Yeah. Right now I'm reading through Exodus, which is all about God's deliverance from hardship and having faith in Him.
Yeah.
So I'm putting a lot of my hopes on the deliverance aspect. I've asked for forgiveness, but I'm hoping for deliverance.
Well, I will tell you as a Christian that the Old Testament is pre-Jesus, and Jesus is the only way you're going to get to God, and you only get to God through talking with Jesus. So I would get rid of Exodus and start at the beginning of the New Testament.
I pray to Jesus as well. I pray to God, and I end it, with these things I pray in the name of our Lord and Jesus Christ.
Yep.
I've prayed to Jesus for forgiveness as well and asked Him not to strike my name from the book of life.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to bring up this comment. It's so awesome of you guys. There are different ways to support me, but watching and commenting is enough. We will get through the demonetization thing. I don't want you guys to go broke constantly paying to watch my content, though I deeply appreciate it. Thanks.
I talk to God a lot, and things have been bad. I've been suffering a lot here, but I think it is a test of faith. I just have to endure this and survive it. And things have taken a very grim turn, obviously, but also things do get darkest just before the dawn, and I sincerely hope that I will have a dawn. But
well, it can't get worse, can it?
Well, I don't know about that. I'm sure things could always get worse.
I don't know what's left.
Different population.
Well,
I'm sorry. I'm talking about Charlie just said.
Yeah, well, it's true. I mean, I guess murder one is about as bad as it can get, and the D is about as extreme as it can go.
Yeah.
I don't even know what method they use down here.
Say what?
I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess that's not so bad.
So that is the part that I redacted out, right? So when you heard the audio go down, that was me.
You go to sleep and then you go to heaven.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So, I wonder if they still do
I
last
think they
meals
give you
as
a
a special
tranquilizer.
request.
You get what?
Del Taco?
I was thinking more like an entire Little Caesars pizza, some Mexican candy, 2 liters of cherry Coke.
I don't think you get a Little Caesars. You may get a frozen pizza, though.
No,
No, they get you what you want.
I don't know.
I think within reason, you know.
It's not like
I thought you were going to tell them they asked their mom to make her.
Cassie. That is a great comment. Stephan needs one of those iPads with the tip options. Mom and Dad, it's just gonna ask you a few questions. That is so funny. But that is how he is, right? It's like, hey, by the way, everybody, hey, Mom and Dad, I've only got $2 left on my commissary. I don't know what you want me to do here. It's like I'm in jail or something. This is terrible. It's so funny.
Death by chocolate cake for you.
Well, you know, just one of those is enough to show your chocolate quota for the year.
Yeah.
Well, done.
But,
In lieu of a chocolate cake, we'll have to it has to arrange to go to Ho-Ho's or something.
Yeah, ho-hos, that's not bad. Or some zebra cakes.
Yeah.
I asked your attorney today if we sent the hard candies that you like, the Mexican candy and the coffee flavored candies straight from Amazon, if that would be allowed. And she said sometimes they allow seasonal stuff to be sent through, but she'll check on it.
Okay, well that'd be worth checking into.
So reminder of that, because it's not coming from us; it's coming straight from the distributor.
Yeah, I'm sure the hard candies would be fine. Probably not the lollipops because of the sticks, but certainly, hard candies like the Pulparindo hard candies or the Revolsaditas. Those would probably, if they would allow things like that, those would be the most likely because, obviously I get hard candies through Commissary anyway.
Yeah, but I'm sure you're tired of root beer hard candy.
Yeah, well, I'd like to try the Jolly Ranchers or the sour fruit balls, but those always seem to be unauthorized item, which I think means sold out or out of stock, so.
Thank you.
On this last order, though, I got some more spicy peanuts. I got some more coffees. I think I've got like 28 coffees left now. So I'm good on that for at least another week or two. And I ordered...
How do you heat it?
Hey guys, since you're asking, just real quick, and I don't want to make this about me, beyond just commentary of what we're doing here, but just so you know, because so many of you are asking, if you go to my website, there are a lot of ways that you can support me. Click on support right here. Of course, the most important way is by watching and engaging in the live streams, but here are all of the other ways. You can also take care of my mods, which is super important to me. Okay, let's keep going here.
What's that?
I think we get to.
How do you heat it?
Well, the sinks have a hot and a cold tap, so if you let the water run for a little while on the hot tap, it'll actually get warm, and then, not hot, not steamy hot, but sufficiently hot to have some warm coffee.
Oh.
So I just dump it in there, and then I let the water flow into it, and I've got, I usually save over some extra paper spoons or whatever from meals that I didn't need them for and use that to stir it.
Okay.
I ordered, on my last commissary run, I ordered a couple of seafood items. I ordered a pack of mackerel And I ordered the sardines and the hot tomato sauce, but they didn't arrive. I guess it was out of stock.
Thanks, Jack's Place.
Okay.
I figured, what the heck, I'll give it a shot. Maybe I'll like them. Anyway, the mackerel arrived, though, and it's a fillet of mackerel in soybean oil.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like it might actually be decent. Got good protein, though.
Yeah.
So I'll get that in.
Andrea, it's before their YouTube interview.
Maybe the sardines, those would probably be fillets as well, if I had to guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
It probably won't be the whole fish, not like anchovies are sometimes,
Yeah.
So anyway, I'll keep trying to get those because I want to try them out.
Hey, Beach Fairy, this is a good comment. Keep in mind, remember when we've had Beth Meeks on the program a couple times. The first time I was talking about this case. He does seem obviously transparent when we're listening to it here, for sure, 100%. Remember what Beth Meeks said, though, that not only was, I'm thinking in terms of his parents, it's like he's got them wrapped around his finger. But in terms of other people, like Jennifer Soto, who I think bears some responsibility for sure. But when Stephan Stearns has finally tuned his craft of being a predator of children, one of the components of that is looking for gatekeepers who are able to be manipulated. And even without really good manipulation skills, with somebody who is open to that manipulation, then I think he probably is pretty effective at it. Either that or Jennifer wanted to be a part of it. I don't know, but I don't know. That's my take. Thanks, Beach Fairy. It's a great comment.
On a saltine cracker or something.
Yeah.
That'll work.
All right.
Yeah,
You get hot chocolate there?
No, I do not get hot chocolate, I don't think. I've looked at the drink mixers and I haven't seen any hot chocolate.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, I got some fruit punch beverage mix, and that's pretty good. For about $4.60, I get 8 pouches, and each of those pouches is good for 2 servings in these little 6-ounce cups. So in reality, it's like 16 servings.
Okay.
So that's actually a decent deal. So that's
Great
basically
comment,
what I've been
Myrtle.
doing, just getting coffee, hard candy.
This is a great comment, Myrtle. I mean, they have to suspend their emotions on every other level. They would have to be able to compartmentalize things, I would guess, to be able to just chat like this. I'm having an experience right now. I just talked to my wife about this a little bit earlier, but if you're a patron of mine, on Patreon, I've posted this post about my fight to get some documents from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania courts and the right to know law being really, really tough. And something that I learned about my personality is that I'm a person who appears to excel at everything. But the reality is I am afraid to do anything that I won't excel at. And so I avoid the things that I will be bad at. And what's happening right now is I know that I'm going to lose, or the likelihood of me losing is really high in this battle that I am waging against the district attorney's office in one of the Pennsylvania counties. But I still have to go to court as a reporter and report on the hearings and the trials and so forth that are going on. And I have to maintain a relationship with the district attorney, who I believe is wrong in his interpretation of the law, that I am not entitled to the documents that I've asked for. So what I've had to learn to do, and here's the thing about him too, he's a really good guy. He's somebody who I really admire and like. I'm just so kind of frustrated with him because he is the impediment, the roadblock to getting what it is that I think that I have a right to get. So I've had to compartmentalize my feelings about the DA, like my nemesis in this one little thing over here, and the DA that is the very good prosecutor, very, very good lawyer, and nice guy. So, I mean, I think that's probably what's happening. You'd have to do that, right? To just completely compartmentalize, just shut off the other part in order to have conversations about root beer barrels and and like mackerel fillets and what he might eat near the end of his existence. That you'd have to in order to protect your own sanity. I would think. Man, what a great comment. Good job, Myrtle.
Saltine crackers, and then every once in a
saltines.
while I'll splurge and get some spicy peanuts, or like I did this time, got the seafood stuff, and I even got a couple of terry cheese danishes.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So I'll splurge on special treats.
What brand of Danish is it?
Clover Hill.
That's a great comment, Cassie.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a bear claw
They
cherry.
must get it. Yeah, that's a school food service company. Yeah,
a lot of the stuff is like these sort of off-brand, like the spicy peanuts are from Moon Lodge. The hard candies are from like Corner Store Candy, things like that. It's all distributed through the Keith Commissary Company out of Missouri, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's actually, some of these things are actually pretty good. The Moon Lodge snacks are very good. They have this buffalo blue cheese ruffle chips. I tried those on one of my last big splurges, and those were.
Dude, Princess Takaloo. What a great comment here. It feels like as if Stephan is enjoying his new situation. Endless funds, endless treats, a library on its way to him, and laying on his lazy A 20 hours a day, no responsibilities. Yeah, it doesn't seem like his situation has changed all that much, does it? You're probably right. He's probably really enjoying it. All he has to do is reach out the hand, say, "Money, please," and that's his only job.
Surprisingly good, and their sour cream and onion chips are actually very good. Some of the best sour cream and onions I've had.
Okay.
So that's interesting.
No salt and vinegar, huh?
No, unfortunately not. No salt and vinegar, no all dressed, no Zapp's Voodoo chips, nothing like that.
Yeah.
If you've never tried the Zapp's Voodoo chips, by the way, you should get them at the store. They're really good. They're like crunchy cheddar coat chips.
We've had them.
Oh, yeah, the flavor, they remind me of all dressed. It's got a little bit of all.
Our taste buds are kind of changing. A lot of stuff just doesn't taste good to us.
Yeah, my taste buds have changed too, honestly. When I first got here for the first week, I wasn't able to eat the food, and it's funny how eventually your body forgets what good food is supposed to taste like.
No, eventually self-preservation kicks in and you just eat what you get.
Yep, you get hungry enough, you'll eat anything, and then I'm able to eat, a lot of the stuff now, including the vegetables that are just bare vegetables without anything on them. Bare broccoli, bare cauliflower, bare carrots,
You have to understand that with your blood pressure problem, they're not giving you any salt on that stuff.
Oh, no, I'm getting the normal trays. They took me off those diet trays.
Okay.
But they don't put salt or butter on stuff anyway because, that would be too good. They don't want to make the food taste good. They don't want people to want to be here.
It seems like he kind of likes it there.
The food is actually decent, and, there's not much incentive for people not to come here when they're homeless or desperate. Not that it matters, because homeless people are getting thrown in jail anyway. If the Florida legislature passed a bill that made it illegal to camp in public places or sleep in public places. So these places have become mental hospitals and homeless shelters.
Well, Trump was right when he called DeSantis sanctimonious.
Yeah, that guy's
the man thinks he's a little god now.
No, he definitely is a goose-stepping little dictator who tiptoes around in high-heel shoes and is sinking.
We've gotten into politics now. Florida state politics.
If that is Florida.
The only thing he did good was support us during COVID.
Well.
And that was just to give the middle finger to Washington, basically.
Well, everything else he's doing is seriously undermining civil, constitutional, and human rights.
Yes, it is.
So I've not been happy with what the party's been doing down here for a long time.
Thanks, Jennifer.
Well.
But,
super generous.
It's unpleasant talk that I don't want to talk about. The sad ass.
Hey, do you guys get to vote in there?
You can petition to have your rights restored to vote, but I'm not sure exactly how that works. I read something about it in the inmate handbook. But I'm not sure, depending on what, it might depend on your charges or your...
I think that they can vote prior to being convicted. I think so.
Levels, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Anyway, so what's for dinner, guys?
1 minute remaining.
Oh, we had some ravioli.
With Parmesan.
Okay, that sounds nice. Can't believe it's 1 minute left already. This is ridiculous.
Thanks, Susan. Very generous.
Oh,
thank you.
No, it's okay. I might not be able to call you back in another 15 minutes. I'll try, but if you don't hear from me next couple of days, I'm much closer to the officers now, so they can get around to me. I'm not on the other side of the pod anymore, where it takes them longer to get to me and ask for the phone back.
Okay.
All right, but I'll try again in 15 minutes.
All right.
Couple
Good
days.
point,
okay?
Cassie.
Okay.
Okay, love you.
All right,
Bye.
you both. Bye.
Okay, that's the end of that one. Man, you guys have some great comments in here. Yeah, watercolor loving dog. I think only convicted felons have that issue. You and I said that at the same time. Pinch poke, we a Coke. Misunderstood. I don't know how many moms will agree with me. Well, you said mums. I read it moms because I'm merkin with me. But no matter what rugs I was taking, if my child was missing, the last thing I would do is taking my meds and going to sleep. Yeah, Jen Soto, man. Yeah, she's an interesting character for sure. Lynette, thank you very much. Looks like we've got a new member, Renee. Welcome. Hey, speaking of this, since we're in between recordings, just real quick. I was talking with my mods a little bit earlier, and you know what's coming up is we're at about 10 million views on this channel, which may not seem like a lot to some people, but for our scrappy little channel, that's quite a lot. I think it might happen this week. So we're trying to think what we should do to celebrate. If you have any ideas, give them to our mods in the super chat, okay? All right, let me see a couple more things here. Gavin didn't buy the reading glasses and talks about nothing but snacks. He really thinks people are dumb. Oh my goodness. Hysteria X Mysteria says, yes, he sounds so comfortable. Yeah, he's, let's see what oh, Dan, I'm not showing you guys. Sorry about that. Let me, Gavin, totally not fair in there. Is fair use time limits on the phone for him. Boo. Who? Indeed. Another new member looks like. Renee. Oh, upgraded to Super Fanatic. Oh my goodness, Renee. Thank you very much. Let's see. There were some other things that Jennifer Cardillo says, Gavin, sometimes I have to pinch myself and ask if this is real life while hearing these calls. I agreed. It's surreal, right? And especially the enablism from his mom. Now, I think all the talk about salvation and Jesus and God is probably real from her. She might be using that as a coping mechanism, understanding that her son is hosed in this life, but maybe he'll be saved in the next. And maybe she's just relying on that faith to comfort her in a time that is extremely difficult. So just trying to see it from both sides, A couple more things. Let me just go back. Amanda says, Gavin, it's almost like the parents and Stephan Stearns are having an odd kind of honeymoon phase. That is a good description. I love that. Dom's mom says, Gavin, I was shocked when he said he wants them to set up a trust fund so they can still take care of him after they pass. Yeah, that was in the last recording, or one of the last two. We heard that yesterday. Couldn't believe it. Please help me so that when you are dead, I can continue to live. So crazy. And they do have jobs in jail. Indeed. Super chiasmatic. My taste buds are changing now too, honestly. It's all canned fish all the time now. That's pretty funny. Okay, looks like we got a super chat here. Wow, Lynette, thank you very much. And I'm very sorry for you. Thank you for sharing that with us. And super chiasmatic, welcome to membership. All right, let's go over here. One more 16-minute call. How much? Yeah, we're on schedule. So one more 16-minute call. This happened 32 minutes after the last call started. So like 17 minutes after they hung up. Are we ready? We're buckled in. Here we go.
Press 1 for English.
Let me skip ahead.
Is
It's usually around 150.
solution. You may begin speaking.
Hey there.
Hello?
Can you hear me okay?
What?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. This will be my last call tonight, and I'll have about $7 left in the debit account after this call.
It's like he can't help himself. It's like hey, this is going to be my last call for the night because I'm broke. I'm just saying, money please, right? Oh, he cannot help himself. I only got $7 left. What am I going to do? It's laughable, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, so you guys had a good dinner. That's nice.
I wouldn't say good.
It's sufficient. Better than what you had, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
You would be surprised to see your father. He is down over 60 pounds. I am down 47 pounds.
Wow, congratulations.
Yep.
Yep, I've lost a lot of weight too, and I'm starting to exercise a little bit myself during the day, so I've been doing a lot of push-ups and crunches and squats and whatnot.
Well, that's why I sent you that Kata book with the exercises, because it uses isometrics, and they were saying, well, maybe they'll think it's a fighting book. And I said, it's not a fighting book, it's an exercise book, and it makes you sound in mind and body, and if anybody needs that, it's someone in jail.
Well,
sound in mind and body.
Yes. Not him talking about canned fish for 5 minutes and complaining about the length of the calls. Oh my goodness, you guys are on fire tonight. That is hilarious. Oh, Angel says, when will new batches of calls be released? I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure there will be more calls for sure. Here we go.
if they think it's questionable for any reason, they'll reject it and then ban it.
Okay.
Did you get my list of books, by the way, from the social workers?
Oh, get me more books.
I think we did. We?
No.
No.
Okay. Let's get them there.
No.
Fax that to you, or I don't know. Anyway, I've got another.
How many books can we send you at a time?
I have no idea. I don't think there's any limit to the mail that you can receive as long as it doesn't pose like a security or like logistical concern.
Okay. Do you guys? One thing that Rebecca told me today when we were talking about the Kata book, she says,
I did create that. Yes, indeed. That is, I'm probably too proud of that creation.
you'd be surprised at the raunchy romance novels some of these guys get.
Oh yeah. Mental Health gave me a novel that turned out to be it was a thriller, but it was a romance novel. And I was reading that, I was like, this is like pure word smut.
Yeah, well, that's a housewife porn.
Yeah, no kidding. It's I call it literature designed to stimulate ovulation.
Okay.
Yep.
That's yeah. It's. I mean, they're like, yeah, you can't have anything with nudity or depictions of, nude people or anything like that. But that stuff is like, clearly allowed. I'm
They paint a picture.
Yeah, a very graphic one, I might add.
Yeah. Probably not what they should be giving inmates in prison.
Well, I don't know. I mean, from what I've seen, a lot of the novels on the book card are romance novels, which leads me to believe that most of the readers are female anyway, so they probably have a great time with that.
Maybe.
But,
Maybe.
Well, what a great comment, Sean. Gavin, if he found her cold and dead, why did he say he dropped her off at school? Why did video cam catch him driving with her dead body in the car? Indeed. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what he's trying to say here, what his defense will be. No, Your Honor, I didn't do anything other than conspire to cover up somebody else's bad deeds. I wasn't even in the room. When I came in, she was cold and her neck was crushed. It's pretty far-fetched. I think a jury will see through that very quickly.
Anyway, I'm just hoping to get some Michael Crichton novels and some classic literature, some Tolkien. And I put in a request on my page for some manga comics, like the Japanese comic book / graphic novels that a lot of the anime shows are based on. I talked to Mental Health, and they said stuff like that should be okay as long as it's, bound with glue and not staples like a regular comic book. I said, yeah, these are bound with glue. They're more like graphic novels.
Okay.
But they come in series, and they're the basis for a lot of what the animated shows are based on. So if I can't consume the animated shows here, I can at least see what happens with the stories.
Okay, that works.
And at least the ones that I've requested should be okay. I don't think they've got anything bad. I don't think they've got any outrageous nudity or anything in them. Sometimes, manga comics do, because sometimes anime does, because the Japanese have a different attitude towards it. But the ones that I've requested, I think, should be safe enough.
Great comment, Robin. I don't recall ever hearing Stephan Stern say thank you to his parents for all that they're doing for his sorry bum. Indeed. He does say, I love you. I hear that. I never hear thank you. Good observation.
Are those available through Amazon?
Yes, they are.
No? Just ask them to send us a list. Put it on the list.
Well, we got to get the first order confirmed.
Yeah. We gotta establish that we can actually get this going, and then I'll tell you which titles to go for. I do have one of the ones that I want. It's Neon Genesis Evangelion. And
I won't remember that.
It's okay. It's a complete series, and I actually have, it comes in larger consolidated volumes. And I actually have volume 1 in the plastic drawers beneath my desk if you wanted to look at that for reference and see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I think there's 5 or 6 of those volumes.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, they won't let me send them to you, so
No.
that'll never happen.
But if you wanted to reference it and see what I'm talking about, and then look
Okay.
for it on Amazon, that's what I'm saying, for reference.
Okay.
And anyway, we'll figure it out. We got to get
We will.
established first.
We got a long time to figure it out, too.
Yeah, well, no kidding. Apparently, from what I've heard, but we're going to see what happens. But I really hope this feeling of peace and serenity is. I hope it's some sort of sign.
I hope so, too. I really do.
Even, as
Yes.
many near-death experiences I've had, and as many times as God has delivered me from the jaws of death, I can't believe that He would do all of that just for me to end here.
This just kills me. This kind of stuff just kills me. I need to stop like being offended on behalf of everyone because that's not healthy. I know that what he's doing is he's trying to manipulate and play his mom. That's what's happening here. But the whole making himself a victim out of it, or why would God save me so many times from the jaws of death, only to let me rot away in here? Well, what about your actions, sir? What are the actions that you made that led you there? He's not taking responsibility for those actions. Quick comment. Vanessa says, Gavin, do you guys have to pay for these calls or do they just release? Just wondering. No, they don't just release them. Florida, though, is a pretty cool state when it comes to public records. In my day job, I work as a reporter. There are people that are actively putting Freedom of Information Act and Sunshine Law requests in for different things in the case. And when they do that, the state is able to charge for the work, the labor that it took to get those files ready and delivered. In my case, basically what is happening is because I'm a member of the media, I reach out to my media relations person. And if something has already been released, they just give it to me. So I think I've paid for maybe one or two things in this entire case. There are other creators, though, that I know are not members of the media that do stay on top of things like the docket, allegedly speculating. They may be paying for the things. In my case, most of the time, in this case, I'm not. Now, there are other cases where I've spent thousands on case files. I think of a couple. The Ellen Greenberg case, I spent easily 4 figures there. The Todd Colehep stuff in South Carolina, I spent maybe $800 or $900 there. The the Jalea Davis case, which I ended up not even ever covering, cost almost $2,000. So yeah, sometimes it costs and sometimes it costs big. But yeah, hope that answers the question. All right, here we go.
Well, I can't believe that he put those thoughts and desires in you either. But something happened.
Finally, good for her. I mean, she's blaming God for it, but at least she's recognizing that he did something.
Confirm or deny anything, obviously. I don't want to do any damage to here, but it's a lot more messy and complicated than everyone would like it to be.
Well, I kind of figured that.
It would be a lot more simple and a lot more easy if it really was just a horrible monster, but it's not like that.
No, it's not. And that's what Rebecca said today. She said, I don't tend to think of them as bad people. I tend to think of them as people that have done something wrong, but they have a lot of good still in them. And I said, well, that's exactly what he is. He's got a lot of good in him. A lot.
And I've done a lot of good. And I've done much, much more good than I have bad. But it's funny how, people only ever focus on the bad and all the good counts for nothing.
This is the same kind of ridiculous notion that you can take to the extreme just to kind of like as maybe a debate mechanism, right? This is the what about all the good things Hitler did argument, right? What about all the good things Hitler did? That's the kind of argument that he's making here. I've done way more good things than bad things. Come on, I'm a good person. Mr. Stearns, welcome to Gavin's Court, the People's Court. So grateful that you're here. My exhibit is very simple. Exhibit A, 1,700 photos and videos of you S-ing this girl. Your Honor, thank you very much for allowing Mr. Stearns to come to Gavin's Court. I rest my case. Come on. That is the dumbest kind of argument that there is. It seems to work on his mom, but it's dumb.
Well, that's what they always said. You know, it's like being late to work. When you're late once, they don't forget it. When you're on time 360 days a year, they don't think about it.
Yeah. Well.
Or when you're bad, they don't forget, and when you're good, they don't remember.
Yep. If we had to put all my good deeds and weigh them against my bad deeds on a scale, you know, the good would far outweigh the bad.
Well,
Great
since
comment.
God considers sins a lot different than you do.
I'm sorry, is your handle Google Syrup Plank 1? Did you put the number on there just to make sure that everybody knew that you were the first one? Google Syrup Plank 1. Great handle.
You just never know how it works out, but I mean, just thinking bad thoughts about your parents, believe it or not, that's a sin. Talking back is a sin. Lying to them is a sin. Stealing, you know, defaming somebody, talking behind their back, gossiping, all those are supposedly minor sins, but they all build up.
Yeah.
I figure I've got a couple of Santa Claus sacks full of stuff.
Yep, I'm sure we all do. No one's perfect.
No, the only one person was perfect, and they killed him.
Yep.
But he did that. He knew that was coming, and that's why he was born, and he did that so that we would not have to pay for our sins.
Yep.
If we ask for forgiveness, and if we ask Jesus to bring us home.
Yep. And well, that's what I've been doing, and been praying for forgiveness, praying for salvation, and also praying for deliverance.
Yeah, he'll be praying a lot. I just was made aware of this case, Fisher Blue. I'll take a look.
I want you guys to also pray for me to be delivered as well. Pray for me to come home and pray for that opportunity. You know, I've been talking to God and telling him, you know, I can do whatever I need to do to get my life right, but I need the opportunity to do that. And it's only through him that I will have that opportunity if he can see it in his heart, to shine his grace and his mercy down on me and allow me the opportunity to see my mother and father again.
Wow. Ms. R, I did hear that. That was like in the first or second call. And he did say that. He says something like the neck bones can't be me because we didn't do that. Yeah, it was weird. You're right.
Well, I will pray for that too.
Thank you.
I'm praying for it. Pray for him to hear me, and I'm praying for it as well.
Thank you, Nana.
And I'm hoping for it, and whatever happens, good or bad, I know.
You accept it with grace and dignity,
Yep.
and know it's not the end of the world.
Yep, that's what
You getting any chance to learn any Spanish while you're there?
What's that?
Are you getting a chance to learn any Spanish while you're there?
No, I have not had a chance to avail myself of any education programs yet, but I do hear plenty of it being spoken around me.
Well, that's what I mean. Whether you're picking up some of whatever.
No, sometimes when people ramble like that, it all kind of slurs together and gets jumbled up.
Uh-huh.
That may be just more of a consequence of the echoes and acoustics in here.
Yeah.
But, you know, I keep thinking if I've ever had a Jesus take the wheel moment in my life, this is certainly it.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. You picked a
This
good
just
one.
kills me.
Yeah, no kidding. And just, I hope I have the chance to see you guys again. I really do hope for that.
I would like to be able to see you or give you a hug or talk to you face to face.
Yeah, I keep telling God that, you know, what I want more than anything now is just to see my parents again, and that, you know, they need me around and I need them, and I want a chance to give you guys a hug and a kiss and tell you how much I love you and I've missed you.
Okay, baby, we know that.
Makes me
And
angry.
you know how we feel, so.
Yeah, just keep praying for me. Pray for me to be delivered.
I do. We pray for you every week in church. We're going to a New Day Christian church and enjoying it. It's a lot like Saddleback in kind of a smaller version of Saddleback.
Very knitting.
But it's the preachers are good. The preachers are good. The music is good.
Well, I'm glad you guys found a place that you like. You know, no matter what, you know, I don't want you guys to worry about me too much.
I don't think you can.
It's going to be hard to do.
You can't make that happen.
I know. I just want you
You
to.
can't be parents and not worry.
I just want you to know that I'm at peace, and that I have this weird feeling like everything's just going to be okay. I can't really explain it.
Okay.
I understand.
My.
But no matter what happens, I'm going to be okay. And if the worst comes to worst, you know, I know that I'll make my peace and I'll meet with all my loved ones on the other side.
I hope so. I hope so. I mean, when I went there, I didn't see anybody. All I saw was poodles.
Well,
But my surgeon said I wasn't all the way through the door, but I was just hovering, and he said, God talks to you and things you understand. He said, you understand poodles.
She does love poodles.
But you do have more than your fair share of those waiting for you on the other side.
Poodles and horses, yep, cats.
Poodles and horses and
people, hopefully.
Yeah. A lot of people, yeah. Grandpa Joe, Uncle Joey, Uncle Woody, Grandpa Sid, Grandma Kay. A lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've got all those people too, and some friends that I've lost, and hopefully as well.
That would
Did
be
you
good.
catch that? That was redacted. It was redacted, but he basically said, I hope I'll see my friends there. Hopefully Maddie as well. I'm going to back that up a few moments. Take that back about 10 seconds. Listen to this.
Yeah.
And I've got all those people too, and some friends that I've lost, and hopefully as well.
Oh, that just sickens me.
That would be good. Because I know she's there.
Yeah.
You know, I cried as hard as I did for you, and I mean, we're talking ugly crying.
Oh, I've done some ugly crying too.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I still think about it. I still think about you every night.
It is
I still
weird.
pray for you every night. I still cry for you. I want you to know that. 1 minute.
1 minute. Well.
I guess we'll say good night.
Yeah.
I say hopefully sweet dreams, no nightmares.
I've been having lots of.
Cat wide, eyes wide open. That is a great comment. Just remember, I'll be okay if you can organize a trust fund for me. Yes, that is exactly. Yes. Yep. That is so funny. My goodness.
I've had nightmares, but they've been strange dreams. I've seen a lot of faces of the people that I've worked with, the people that I've had as friends, and you guys too. And a lot of them have been weird, like movie plots.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so it's weird, but one person I haven't seen in my dreams has been. Well, actually, I've seen a couple times, but I haven't seen for some reason.
Yeah, she's probably still getting oriented.
He hasn't seen Maddie in his dreams. Not yet. He's having weird movie script dreams, but he hasn't seen Maddie there yet. And her response, she's probably still getting oriented. Oh.
Maybe. But hope I get to see her on the other side. She'll say, "Hey, Smelly, what took you so long?"
Okay.
Oh my goodness. No. That is, come on. You can't possibly, I got to stop. Gavin, I'm getting trolled. That's what's happening here. Stephan Stearns is trolling me. What took you so long to get here, Smelly? After you squeezed the life out of me. Come on. He's trolling me. I gotta just relax. My goodness.
I love you guys, and I'll talk to you within the next couple of days, okay?
Okay, I love you too, darling.
All right. Thanks,
Steph.
Bye.
Thank you for using IC Solutions.
And that is the end of that. Let's go to a couple of your comments here that we can read. Adrian says, Gavin, these are the signs of a coddled, grown man. It does seem that way to me, too. Super Charismatic says, Gavin, he hasn't seen Maddie in his dreams because that's the last place Maddie wants to be. Let the poor girl be. Finally. Jeez. Yeah. Jessica says, I can't believe he can still deny what he's done. It's obvious he did everything he did to her. Yeah, he's using the whole, well, I can't really talk about it over the phone part of it. I wonder what the conversations are like first between Stephan Stearns and his lawyer, and then second between Stephan Stearns' lawyer and Chris and Deb Stearns. I wonder what those conversations are like. I gotta imagine they're very, very different. Six Hosty says, do you think Stephan Stearns found out Maddie had a crush on a boy at school and he decided to do what he did because if he can't ever know her, no one can have her kind of thing? I mean, I guess that's just as possible as anything else. But I don't know. Girl Ryan says, Gavin, if he's trolling you, he's trolling all 1,700 of the rest of us too. Yeah, it just feels that way, right? Like this is the kind of stuff that, like crazy people post on Twitter just to make others angry at him. He's trolling. That's what it is. He doesn't love his parents. He just wants money. Ooh, let's go back. Hold on. I want to go back to the beginning of the call. This was funny.
Hey there.
Hello.
Hey there.
Can you hear me okay?
Mic check.
What?
Check.
Can you hear
1,
me
2.
okay?
Sibilance.
Yes.
Sibilance.
Okay.
Money, please.
This will be my last call tonight, and I'll have about $7 left in the debit account after this call.
And there it is. Bang. Oh my goodness. Mic check. You guys hear me okay? Just checking. Back in the back? Yes? Here, sibilance. Yes? 1, 2, 3. Yes? Got it? Okay. I only have $7 to my name. Money, please. It's so ridiculous. So ridiculous. My goodness, this guy. Jessica says, it disgusts me that he can bring up the autopsy, something about bone in Maddie's throat. Yeah. Nancy says, your face listening to him. Yeah. I've had enough. I don't have to wear those anymore. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And yes, he's rage baiting all of us. That is so funny. Yeah, I'm glad that we're taking this just a couple at a time because I can't take more than a couple of these in a night. So what do we got left? Let me look at my little library here. We've got these two. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more. No. Yeah, we've got 4 more, but one of them is like a hang up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So really we've got 3 more. We'll listen to the short one too, but that one only lasts about 90 seconds. All right. Well, what did we learn tonight? We learned that Stephan Stearns is still very, 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 very good at manipulating his mom, or at least as of June. We learned that he has continued his Jean-Ralphio Saperstein kind of routine. We've learned that his dad is pretty sick of him. We've learned that they are continuing to feed him fish, saltines, and root beer barrel candies. That he thinks that Maddie is going to welcome him into heaven. That they're going to see each other there and laugh about the good old days, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, pretty darn ridiculous. I saw a couple things come in before we go. Better thank you for the super sticker, Rena. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Ave Regina. Ave Regina. No, that's not how it is. Anyway, thank you for the super chat. Do you think Stephan and his mom are in cahoots with this conversation to make Stephan look penitent? His dad always abruptly veers away to another subject in an ominous attempt to change the subject. No, I just think that his mom is finding peace in the thought that he'll be eternally okay, even if he won't be okay in this life. And his dad is just like, whatever. I think that's kind of how it is. Yeah. So such... we learned that Deb Stearns has citizenship in Delulu land. That's pretty funny. Yeah. You guys, Jess, you've been on fire tonight. Okay. You have been on fire. It's been terrific. Let's take one more close look at little Miss Maddie, who, like, and all this stuff that is simultaneously infuriating. Sometimes it's entertaining. Sometimes I just want to throw a brick through my screen. But in all of this, we are talking about the murder and sustained SA over the course of 5 years of a 13-year-old girl. And we can't forget that. Little Miss Maddie Soto. We do need to remember her. We need to seek justice for her. And I hope that she will get justice. Let's see, we're going to sneak this last one in. Thank you very much, Tracy. And I appreciate the comment and super chat. Tomorrow we're going to continue with a couple more calls. I think tomorrow or Friday we're probably going to hit that 10 million view goal, which will be terrific. And we got to think of something good to do to celebrate that. The mods are suggesting maybe an Ask Me Anything that we could do on Saturday if we reach the 10 million by then, or maybe in anticipation of reaching 10 million if we haven't quite made it there. Maybe we could do an Ask Me Anything on Saturday. I'm up for that. It was also a suggestion that you guys like my voice. I've always hated my voice personally, but you like my voice. Maybe I could give you some recorded voicemail greetings or something like that. Something to just say thank you for all of your generosity and all of your support. Remember that, so in the chat, give all the mods all of the ideas that you have. I've probably missed them all if you've been doing it already, but please do that. Remember, you can go to Maddie's case page on my website. There's a link in the description below. Merch store is open. I'm going to be adding more stuff, more designs, and more offerings over the weekend. Crime Cod is a full-on true crime website that I would love if you would go check out. Maybe sign up for the newsletter down there at the bottom while you're there. And then this little fishy right there will take you to the fish tank, where we are a growing group on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook and that's your kind of thing to kind of hang out with us there, we invite you to do that. Okay. With that, I will bid you adieu until tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, right here. And until then, I hope you have a terrific day, and I hope you take care of yourselves. Good night. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked what you saw, please consider subscribing. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below.